Hey guys! This week I've decided to take it easy and make less complicated picture. Since it's a mermaid this month, I've been sketching lots of mermaids and realized I haven't done any simple portraits in a while. I also picked cold press paper this time for a change, but the main star of this picture is going to be the ink. It's pink, it's beautiful, I love it so much, and I'm sure you're gonna love it too. The brand is FW by Dale Rowney. I've been enjoying inking with brush more than anything else after I got it. This time I also did on film sketching. Let me know if you care about that. I personally like to see sketching process in someone else's videos. It really shows how artist thinks and makes decision, in my opinion. So I taped some borders with artist tape, pour some ink in ceramic palette and going to start lining with my tiny 4/0 brush. And while I'm drawing, there is a topic I really want to talk about. It is something we're all kind of familiar with at some degree, which is artist jealousy. And I'm not going to talk about just some healthy admiring someone's work and wanting to be good as they are. I'm talking about that feeling that burns you down inside and leaves you feeling useless, that makes you question your own art skills and drains all your inspiration. I'm talking about hardcore destructive jealousy. I'll try my best not to judge anyone, because this feeling is usually so strong, you're not able to analyze your own behavior and thoughts. Your brain goes into some weird panic stage and completely forgets about common sense. Maybe some of you experienced it right now or had it before. It usually starts with you discovering art you really like. You follow these artists on social media, or maybe you know them from school, or they even can be your close friend. And what's supposed to be a positive thing, such as you actually liking something, slowly transforms into self-doubt. Why am I not as good at art as this particular person? You start comparing your work, your following online, your success, and slowly you just get angry. You just don't understand, and answers like practice more become simply annoying. You don't want to spend a couple of years practicing. You want to be as good as they are right now. You were totally fine until they appeared, and now you can't look at your own pictures or even touch a pencil. What's the point? You're not good enough, and you won't be. You want to feel good again, and it's their fault that you're not feeling it. And suddenly you realize you don't like their art anymore. It annoys you, and that artist you admired just makes you angry. At this point, there's no way to get back to your normal happy self without help from outside, because your inside already made up a million different reasons why you should give up on your art and this popular artist is actually a fraud. Well, probably I went a little overboard. It got dark quickly. But hear me out, I'm willing to help you, okay? I hear lots of people saying that you have to turn jealousy into motivation to get better. But it's easier said than done. It's like saying, don't worry, to a person with anxiety. Oh wow, that helped a lot. I feel so much better right now. Not really. Jealousy is toxic and unproductive, and to get over it, you need to work on yourself. You need to actually dig deeper into your feelings, even if it makes you uncomfortable at this point. So, that's what we're gonna do right now. Imagine you have a therapy session with me, but you don't have to actually pay me. Let's start with some questions. First, what are you jealous of? It can be someone's skills or success or their fast artistic growth. Define what exactly you want so bad that you don't have or can't do yourself. Second question, why are you comparing yourself to other artists? Let me speculate a little bit. You're probably asking yourself, we're the same age, but why their skills are so much better than mine? Or I work as hard as they are, but why don't I have the same following on social media? Sounds familiar? Well, the problem starts when you begin comparing yourself to other person that you actually don't know. I had some young people telling me that they are jealous they don't draw as good as I am, and I'm genuinely surprised. How often do you compare yourself to someone who is 10, 15, or even 20 years older than you? You see how it sounds wrong when I turn question this way. Have you seen students complain how they envy they're not as knowledgeable as their teacher? Yeah, me neither. Pretty obvious why they are on different level, right? But the other thing is when you're the same age. And here's another story. During high school, I had a friend who also was drawing, but didn't spend nearly as much time doing it as I did. My whole life revolved around sketching, redrawing screen caps from cartoons, making my own comics. I literally did it every free minute. And soon enough, I started to notice that my friend was telling others that I was just lucky to be more talented than she is. She even told someone as an excuse for me being good that I went to an art school, even that she knew for a fact that I didn't. I couldn't understand why my friend started talking about me this way all of a sudden, but since then we started to grow apart. Later she gave up on drawing altogether, convinced she is not talented enough to pursue art and even just draw for fun is not worth it. So yeah, moral of the story, you can be the same age, but it's still not an indication that you have the same skill set or you're practicing as much as the other person. Only you can decide how to spend your time. And in reality, the one who is better is also more dedicated to what they are doing. Another important thing you need to understand is that art is not a contest. Someone you're competing with in your mind probably doesn't even know about it. They didn't agree to this. They have nothing to do with your feelings. So don't subject them to your anger or frustration. To them, it feels like it's coming out of nowhere, and they will probably think you just plain rude. Diminishing someone's success will not bring you any more popularity or make your art better. Only learning and practicing will do this. If your goal is to get better in art, work on art. Don't destroy anyone around you who's better than you. Here's one more thing I want you to think about. Does the talent really exist? You're probably confused. What does it have to do with art jealousy? Well, turned out most of people use it as an excuse, minimizing artists' hard work. I get lots of comments that sound like, I wish I was as talented as you are, or I guess even with bad art supplies, talented person can make good art. I wish you could see me rolling my eyes hard right now. Yeah, dude. Sure, all I have is talent. How does it happen that in art communities the most popular comment is telling someone that they are talented, but nobody admits to somebody else's hard work? I'm turning 32 next month and I draw all my life. But I'm serious about my art since I was, I think, about 14. So if you count, I'm working hard for the last 18 years. But sure, for a person who never spent that many years polishing their skills, it looks like I'm just plain talented. It's also funny how it applies only to creative jobs. We have talented musicians. Ever heard that lots of them live in the hell of practice since they were like toddlers? But hey, it doesn't matter, because talent, magic word that instantly dismisses all your effort and ages of practice. But if you're an economist or a lawyer that succeeded through years, you're definitely hardworking. What I'm saying is that in lots of people's minds, hard work equals respect. Talent, something that you're born with and blessed, that doesn't require any work. Basically, you're a lucky bastard. And don't make me start on, he's more talented than I am. Where these measurements even come from? Let's just quit this mentality once and for all. Can we? I'm sure we can. It's not that hard to admit that work is work, no matter what you do. Now, once you answered all the questions and listened to my rant, let's get you some help. Here are some things you could do to feel better. First, I'd recommend you be honest with yourself. Admit that you have a problem. In any situation, is the most important step of healing. Second, confront your fears. And what I would do is actually start commenting on posts of artists that you're jealous of. And I don't mean hate comments. Ask their advice, get to know them better, pay attention to what they're saying. If you really want to draw as good as they are, try to look at the artist as a mentor. Analyze their success. How did they grow a big following? Do they post every day? Are their pictures consistent and have a clean, nice look? Do people like them for their personality? What makes them different from others? Important thing to understand here is that in reality, you don't want to be just a copy of somebody else. You want people to like you for who you are and find you special. So, do you really want to be them, or do you just want everyone to recognize your own uniqueness? Usually people gravitate to someone positive. Would you follow someone who's bitter all the time, has low self-esteem, and spends more time being angry about somebody else's success? Is that how you plan to get better at art? I bet it isn't. If you deliberately don't put enough time into study and don't treat your art seriously, how is that somebody else's fault? Compete only with yourself. Look at your old pictures and compare them to your current art. Write down what got better. Seriously, sometimes you need to actually see it in writing to believe there's actually a change. Give yourself a credit. You did a good job and you can do so much better. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes figuring out things on your own takes longer than with help of more experienced artists. And please, be nicer to yourself. To win everyone's heart, you need to love yourself and what you do first. Don't be an angry little nugget. Okay, I hope it was helpful. I love you all. Oh, and I drew a picture in the background. It's cute, it's pink, I like it. Have a great week and see you next time. Bye.